The summer holidays are gone now, but as we all know, next summer holidays are coming. And as many of you, my wife and me also got into the summer holidays with our car, with our ENYAQ. And we went up to Denmark. If you want to see the videos on the road trip, you find them here on the channel. And we saw a lot of electric cars who are towing a caravan. I'm not doing that myself, so I got me some help for this video. And with that, hello friends of the Electrified Charging Fun and welcome to Electrified Speicher, your channel all around Skoda e-mobility. My name is Matthias and today we talk about towing a caravan with your beloved ENYAQ. And since I don't have any experience with that, I found 3 of my viewers who will share their experience with you. And basically it's all about how consumption rises, what are you able to tow, is tow capacity a big limit, how do you charge, what are the problems and what are the wishes of those caravan drivers we have on the channel. And if that is of interest for you, man, stay tuned. Your entry ticket towards the wonderful world of caravanning is of course a towing bar. And most ENYAQs come with a towing bar, are ordered with a towing bar, and a lot of them are having the same fate like mine, unused below the car. But that don't have to be, because you could pull a caravan with this. And when we are talking about pulling a caravan or a trailer, we are talking about towing capacity. And basically that's not an easy chapter, because towing capacity vary on the country you're living in. On your registration papers I found very curious things there, different values for the same model of the same generation, and of course they vary with the model of the ENYAQ. But not with the generation. So basically the second generation with the more powerful engines didn't get an upgrade to towing capacity. I will show you now on the screen some of the values I found for those countries who watched my videos the most according to YouTube. So it may vary, it may be wrong, but it should be a general rule of thumb. If you want to be sure about that, look into your registration papers. And basically every ENYAQ, despite generation and model, is allowed to tow 750 kilograms unbraked. So if your trailer is unbraked, 750 kilograms is the limit. But most of caravans are braked. So if you have a braked caravan or trailer, this goes at least up to 1,000 kilograms. So basically every ENYAQ is capable of towing 1,000 kilograms of a caravan. For the rear-wheel drive, this could also be the maximum tow capacity in some countries. In other countries it might be even 1,200 kilograms, but only up to 8% of incline. So if you've got more than 12% is the general given number here, you're down to 1,000 with the rear wheel models, and maybe you're up to 1,200 with 8% incline. Same goes with the all-wheel drive ENYAQ. So the ATX, the 85X and the RS models, there you've got 1,200 kilograms of towing capacity. And this might go up to 1,400 kilograms with a maximum of 8% incline. So depending on your country and your registration. And now it's getting curious. In some German registration papers, sometimes there is only the 12% incline mentioned, so the lower value. In some registration papers, there is only the 8% incline mentioned, so the higher value, but no value for more steepness. And in some there are both values. So I don't know why this happens, even with the same model of the same generation. Maybe it's specific to some registration offices. I don't know. Maybe you write me in the comments how it's in your country. We are next to the charging port of the ENYAQ right now, and basically you might think, well, I've got so much energy in my battery below, I could use it to power my trailer or my caravan. And some manufacturers on the market even have caravans which are suited for e-mobility, like the Knaus Jeseo, where you can power the complete caravan with your car via vehicle to load. But the ENYAQ unfortunately is not capable of vehicle to load, so you cannot use your AC plug here to power up the trailer for a more autonomous experience. So I don't know whether this will ever come to the ENYAQ or not, but I'm pretty sure we will not see it on the MEB platform, so maybe in later models. And as of now, you cannot benefit from this. Within the software of the ENYAQ, you find two helpful functions when towing a trailer. The first one you find in the assist systems. And basically, if you scroll all the way down, you find the trailer detection here. And when you activate the trailer detection, the ENYAQ notices when you hitch up a trailer and then will react to road signs specifically when towing a trailer. It's explained here quite well, so that you get the maximum speeds accordingly when towing a trailer, and you can set a maximum speed for trailers yourself when you activate it here. So basically you can choose out of those values. And the second function might even be more beneficial if you switch to reverse and get the camera view. You have this option here to line up with your trailer so that you can perfectly hitch up, and the viewers who will talk in this video later will tell you that this is perfectly fine to perfectly line up and simply just put the trailer on your tow bar and you are good to go. So to show you how it is to travel with an ENYAQ and a caravan behind it, I do not drive myself because I don't have any experience. So here's a viewer of our channel. This is Daniel. Hello. Daniel, welcome to Electrified Speicher. And as you can see in the background, he has an ENYAQ with a caravan. And since he is traveling on vacation very often with it, he has way more experience. And that's why he's here and will tell you how it is to drive an ENYAQ with a caravan. So first off, Daniel, what are you trailing there? What is this and why did you choose this one?
This is an ENYAQ caravan with 1000 kilogram total mass, and this is the maximum that I can tow with the ENYAQ.
So you have an 80, right?
Yes,
rear-wheel drive.
Yes, the standard 80, and it has 4 beds, so it's perfect for a family then.
So you simply choose the highest maximum tow capacity, and this is it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There are not much caravans available that are lighter than this. So.
Yes, and as you can see, right behind him is an Ioniq 5 with a much larger caravan. So first thing to notice, it's not that you can't do this with a much bigger caravan, but you need another car or more tow capacity, and it's totally common in 2024 to go on vacation with an electric vehicle and a caravan. So perfect example right here. And since you are going on vacation, or you're on vacation right now with your family, where do you go? What are your holiday destinations? Where do you drive? And how much distance do you cover within your vacation with your ENYAQ?
This time about 1000 kilometers in total. So we started 10 days in the Austrian Alps and are now traveling to the Swiss Alps and staying there for another 10 days in central Switzerland.
Nice. And basically a lot of you might ask now, 1000 kilometers with an ENYAQ and a caravan, how often do you have to plug in? Because basically the saying would be every 50 kilometers or every half an hour, because the display can't even show the consumption because it's such a high amount. But I'm pretty sure this is not correct.
Well, in summer times in the flat we need about 27 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And we charge for about every 150 to 180 kilometers, depending on the layout. Then.
So basically, when you go up to 80%, you have 150 to 180 kilometers of range.
Yes.
And when you charge to 100%?
Then over 200.
Over 200. And how fast do you drive? Do you go to the maximum allowed speed, or do you drive a bit slower?
Normally, I try to go with a truck speed, so about 80 to 90
kilometers an hour.
Yes.
And then the consumption is 27 in summer,
yes.
In the flat, and in winter time?
In winter it's about 35.
35. So basically, if I do the math here, you make a break every 2 hours. The ENYAQ is fully packed with assistance systems and stuff like that. Is there anything which helps you when driving with a caravan? And on the other side, we all know the ENYAQ has its flaws and issues. Are there some things you do not like when traveling with a caravan?
The travel assist works fine, even with the caravan attached. And there's only one thing: I can switch on a button in the display that a caravan is considered, and then the maximum speed is set to the one I set, so 80-90 or something. but sometimes it even though goes to 130 in Germany.
Okay, that's very fast.
But I mean, I can intervene then and set it back to the allowed speed.
Okay. And stuff you don't like?
And so the side assist and the parking assist are deactivated if I'm towing something.
So if you have to park somewhere, you need help from a second person?
Yes. It's
On the back you see how easy it can be to charge up if you have a pull-through station like the Fastnet one here. You simply drive to the charger, plug in, as both these cars did here, but most of the chargers have another layout where the charger is at the head of the stall. How do you do it there? Do you always have to detach your caravan, or did you find some other clever solutions?
If there's enough space behind it, I can just go in and then charge there, and then the caravan stands on the free space behind it if it's enough space, or if the parking space is right to it are empty. If there are two empty spaces, then it's also possible without blocking other chargers then.
Okay, and if you have to detach the caravan, how long do you need for that?
I think about 1 minute for detaching and
So
1 to 2 for...
Basically it does not really count from the time's perspective.
Yeah.
Well, great. And now one last question. Your opinion on this. Do you regret doing it like this? Do you have any wishes for Skoda, what they should implement to make it even more convenient for you?
I don't regret it. It's great. I mean, it has enough power to tow the caravan, and the only thing is that the vehicle to load would be nice, to have a plug there to be able to use the caravan without electricity from landside.
To get more autonomous use of it,
Yeah.
vehicle to load, as the ENYAQ has right behind him, so you can, so you have electricity with the car. So this is a great wish, and I bet you also wish a bit more tow capacity, right?
Yes, that would also be great to be able to tow a larger caravan then.
Daniel, thanks a lot. And there you go. This is a live experience from a viewer of the channel who is simply telling you how he did it. And we also have a second viewer who was willing to show his caravan, and now let's dive into their life experience. I have two additional ENYAQ drivers here who also actually travel with caravans. On the left is Horst, and on the right there is Peter, and what they drive and what they had experienced with the ENYAQ and the trailer, they will tell us straight away. And it's nice that you are here. The first question: what is attached to the back of your ENYAQ? What is it for you? And Horst answers, I have a Quack Junior. It's a trailer from the GDR back in the days, which is now almost 40 years old, and it officially weighs a maximum of 500 kilograms. It was designed for smaller vehicles, so basically it was intended that you can tow it with the old Trabant or Wartburg. And Peter answers he has a trailer which he named Bruno, and basically it's a small built serious trailer built from wooden material, and basically it's a trailer which from its form is not so much streamlined for airflow. It's very angular, but it is also a brake version, and its weight is around 600 or a little over 600 kilograms. Then I ask both what they do for traveling. Is it more short distance or long distance trips? And Horst answered, well, he's going on a long journey. The last one was about 1,200 kilometers driving from the center of Germany to Croatia. And basically, yes, you know what you're up to when you go with a caravan on such a distance. It works. It's not that easy, but it is doable. And he assures whoever wants to do this, he thinks can do it, and it works out. For Peter, it's more going on shorter or middle distances between 100 and 300 kilometers. He originally bought the caravan for longer weekends, for sports events, going hiking in the mountains with his wife, going gravel biking and stuff like that. But he also did long distance trips over 800 kilometers from his home to Lake Garda in Italy. So basically, they do both long and short distance trips. Then I asked them what their average consumption with their caravans are, and Horst answered that he is driving around 100, so the maximum that his caravan is approved to, and also sometimes going up to 110 when overtaking on the highway. And in a combined scenario with country road and with the highway, he gets around 280 to near 300 kilometers on a 100% charge, which drops to 200 to 220 kilometers on an 80% charge. And his consumption around is 25 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So basically for him that works out. Peter basically seconds this, telling that he's even going to 20 kilowatt hours a 100 kilometer with his trailer on country roads. But of course, consumption can go higher when you're overtaking on the highway, or especially when you do winter traveling. His highest consumption he had in summer when there was the AC running and where it was really hot outside. He went up to 28 kilowatt hours a 100 kilometer. And next I asked them how they do all the things around charging, because in most heads there's the problem when it comes to charging. How should you approach such a charger? And basically both told me that this is not that much of a problem. Horst said that when he drove the 1,200 kilometers to Croatia, he never had to decouple his caravan. He always found a matching charger where he could somehow park to charge up with the caravan attached. But it is different what Peter said. He said in about 80 to 90% he actually uncouples the trailer to do the charging, because most of the charging stations are actually the way that you have to do that. One big exception, of course, are the fastnet chargers, which are more often drive-through stations, and he really likes them. And some charging some charging stations even have extremely short cables, where it gets really difficult when you have the trailer, the caravan, hitched up to your car. And especially on the motorway, on the highway in vacation time, it gets hard when the charging stations, the charging parks are completely full. And not only the chargers, but also the combustion engines are making their breaks to find a parking space for the caravan, for the trailer. And sometimes you even can't go back to your trailer once you've come to the charging station, because the routing is in the wrong way. And that can become uncomfortable, so he enjoys to charge off the highway. But both agreed that overall it is quite easy to go with an electric car like the ENYAQ and a caravan on short distance, on long distance trips. Charging up is not a problem, consumption is not that big of an issue, and they recommend just trying it out if you are interested in, and make the experience on your own. And basically now we had 3 people who reported on their experiences with different trailers, and the conclusion is, again, just do it. It works. And so thank you to all of those 3 for having them here in the video with their experiences.
Well, that was one interesting insight into a world I do not know at all, because I rarely pull a trailer. And basically what I was surprised about is that it works quite well. I thought there were more problems. Yes, of course, consumption is rising, but all of them were below 30 kilowatt hours 100 kilometers. I would have expected way more, but maybe this is also due to the limited tow capacity. And my viewers said it's not a problem at all. It's enjoyable to have a caravan at the rear of the ENYAQ. And since you have to drive slower with a caravan hitched up, you also have enough range so that you can go from brake to brake. Also, driving behind a truck is beneficial because consumption drops. Talking about tow capacity, that's one of the big limiting factors of the ENYAQ, and it's not easy to answer. The best is to look up your registration papers, since there are a lot of differences. But I can give you a general rule of thumb in this summary. Every ENYAQ is able to pull 750 kilogram maximum with unbraked trailers. If you've got a brake trailer, then you're on the safe side with 1,000 kilograms on the rear wheel drive ENYAQs, so the 60, the 80, the 85, and with 1,200 kilograms with the all-wheel drive ENYAQ, so the ATX, 85X and RS models. In some countries you might also get a higher tow capacity with a lower incline. I saw 1,200 kilograms with a maximum of 8% incline for the rear-wheel drive ones and 1,400 kilograms with 8% incline for the all-wheel drive models. Sometimes you have both entries in your papers, sometimes not, so be sure to check that before you start. Charging up is a challenge sometimes because due to the length of your car with the caravan, you more often cannot pull up towards the charger. Sometimes you just need to park over some free chargers if you're bold enough and move away if someone wants to charge. Really beneficial are drive-through chargers like Fastnet build them, and I guess we will see more of them with the electrification of the trucks. But if you need to charge at a normal car charger, more often you have to uncouple the caravan and park it somewhere else. This is a quite fast task for experienced people, and if you want to couple or hitch up it again, you get the assistance of the camera system which helps you to perfectly align towards your caravan. And basically you need to watch at one point at the highway. Sometimes you cannot put the caravan right beside the charger, so you have to put it in a parking lot which you cannot reach after leaving the chargers due to the routing on that rest station, so be careful with that. Vehicle to load is not available on the ENYAQ, so basically you do not have the benefit of powering your caravan with a battery from your car, but that was not a very often asked feature, and my viewers we interviewed in this video did not miss that at all. So the main thing people wish for is more tow capacity, basically going up to 1,400 or 1,600 kilograms, which the ENYAQ I pretty much think is capable of. So let's see if Skoda will do something with this. And after seeing and hearing all of this, I'm quite in the mood to try it myself, to rent a caravan and to do that. And if you do not want to miss that video, then you should subscribe right now. And now we see each other in the next video, and until then, stay full of energy.